So you're thinking about making a move to Edmonds, Washington, but you have no idea where the perfect place to live is? Well, in this video, we're going to be discussing everything that you need to know about living in Edmonds. In fact, we're going to jump into my computer. I'm going to pull up Google Maps. I'll take you through all the areas, the shops, the restaurants, the neighborhoods, you name it. After watching this video, you'll know exactly some of the areas you might like to live in Edmonds, but more importantly, there might be a couple places you'll hate to live in Edmonds. So if you're ready to get started, let's jump into it right now. Hey, if this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything about living, working, eating, playing in the city of Seattle, Washington, and surrounding areas like Edmonds, then subscribe down below, tap that bell for notifications so you could be the first to learn about the current market here in Seattle. My name is David Sappenfield. The team and I, we get calls, texts, and emails every day from people just like you looking for help to make their move here to Seattle, and we absolutely love it. So whether you're moving next week or next year, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, schedule a Zoom call. All of the contact information is in the description down below. We're happy to help you make that smooth move to Seattle. So as I mentioned, we are going to be jumping in my computer, going through Google Maps. I'm going to show you all the areas that you need to know about in Edmonds, Washington. So let's get started. Okay, here we go. So we have Edmonds pulled up on Google Maps here, right in the middle of the screen with the red dotted line surrounding the city limits. If I zoom out a little bit, we can kind of show you where we are in relation to downtown Seattle. So we have downtown Seattle right here. We have Edmonds right here. And we're about 16 miles northwest of downtown Seattle. So not too far. We're just kind of on the other side of Shoreline. Let me pull up some commute times for you real quick here so we see how long it's going to take to get into downtown Seattle. Maybe you're working somewhere down there. Let's see here. Oh, okay. So right now it's showing a 46 minute commute into downtown Seattle. That is not typical, especially for this time of day. It looks like there's probably a traffic accident on I-5 and it's rainy and nasty out today. So that could have, that could be contributing to this bad traffic. Typically from Edmonds to get into downtown Seattle, you're looking around 25 to 30 minutes, depending on what part of Edmonds you're traveling from. So not that bad. It's definitely not a 46-minute drive like the map is indicating it is right now. But let's see what it would take you to get to the airport. You know, maybe you travel a lot for work and you're having to go to SeaTac Airport and back every so often. Let me pull that up here. So we have SeaTac Airport showing around a 52-minute commute, which again, that's probably a little bit longer than normal, just with that traffic going through I-5 there, downtown Seattle. You're typically going to see commute times to the airport of about 35 to 45 minutes. That's kind of average. So not too bad, but not very close. You know, it's not that convenient. Maybe you want to fly out of Payne Field. Payne Field has those limited West Coast destinations that you can fly to, but really close to Payne Field, you're looking at a 27-minute, 30-minute commute to get to Payne Field. But again, they only fly to those West Coast destinations. It's a one-passenger terminal, but an option. So a little bit closer, kind of traffic-wise, you're not competing with everybody on I-5 to get down there. So Payne Field might be a good option. So, okay, let's talk about some of the stuff that you can do, the places you need to see and visit while in Edmonds. Now, if you'll see here, Edmonds is just a little bit off of I-5. So take that I-5 and then you take 104 and it'll drop you right down into the heart of Edmonds here. But lots of activities to do. Edmonds is a great town. You have some golfing options if you're interested in that. So right here, you have the Nile Golf Course, and this is technically in Mount Lake Terrace, but if you like to golf, you know, you're probably going to be visiting this place every once in a while. There's also, if we go up north a little bit, there's City of Linwood. This is in Linwood, the municipal golf course for Linwood. So that's right there. So you have two golf courses really close in Edmonds. You have a lot of different parks. There's one right here. This is the Southwest County Park. You have Seaview Park here, Sierra Park here, a little bit further south. This Stam Overlook Park. This is kind of more of like a photo opportunity spot. Really pretty. You can see just kind of what we're looking at here with all the photos, but really, really great spot just to take photos of the beach and the Puget Sound. So not really a park per se right there. You have Hutt Park right here, but just a ton of parks in Edmonds. You have an off-leash dog park. We'll get into that area down there in a minute, but just wanted to just kind of show you all the different options you have. You have the Pine Street Playfield here. We have Edmonds City Park. This one, so Edmonds City Park is really cool. This has like a splash pad for the kids, great for the summertime. The playground is really large, just a great place to visit during the summertime. So one of our favorite parks in the city of Edmonds, most definitely. But yeah, as you can see, lots of different options for parks. Here's another one, Pine Park Neighborhood. You have the Yost, I think this is Yost Park here. Yeah, Yost Park right here in the middle. This is big. This has a lot of hiking trails. You can see these dotted green lines here. So if you like to hike, this will be a great location for you. But yeah, lots of outdoor activities available in Edmonds. But let's go back here to what else you can do in Edmonds, okay? So let's just start kind of down here at the lower southeast corner of Edmonds. And I'll zoom in a little bit here, but we have Scott's Bar and Grill. This is probably my favorite restaurant in Edmonds. Their food is fantastic. It is a great happy hour spot, great dinner spot, but really high-end food for a reasonable price. The prime rib dip sandwich, oh my goodness, it is so good. But literally everything that I've ever had there. They're really famous and popular for their French onion soup, which you see here. Probably the best French onion soup I've ever had anywhere, and that's at Scott's Bar and Grill. So definitely one of the better restaurants that you'll want to check out while you're there. This right here, Whirly Ball, this is pretty cool. This is like a mechanized sporting event that is offered here in Linwood. It's you're in these bumper carts, and I guess the best way I could describe it is a cross between basketball and lacrosse, where you pass the ball to one another and you try to make it in this little hoop here. But it's really, it looks really fun, really popular place, but that's called Whirly Ball in Edmonds. Great spot to go hang out and, kill a couple hours with the friends and just have some fun. But if we head down a little further, Edmonds Way here, that will take us right into the downtown Edmonds area. And you'll see all these little stars here. That's where, the downtown area is, has a high concentration of great restaurants, little shops, art centers. Edmonds is very artistic. If you're into performing arts, culinary arts, any sort of art, you are, going to be right at home in Edmonds. Right here is the Edmonds Center for Arts. They have a lot of live performances here. There's art galleries. They also have like an art walk that they have in the downtown area. I believe it's the third Thursday of every month they do an Edmonds art walk. So just a really cool artistic neighborhood. Lots of great restaurants. Let's zoom in a little bit. I'll show you some of the other areas here. If we just start here on the lower end, we have the Edmonds Marsh. If you like bird watching, this might be a good spot for you. They have a little dock that goes out, and they don't see it in the picture, but they have like telescopes and stuff that you can see, if you want to zoom in on birds, if that's your thing, this is a great area to do that. And we're right next to the marina here, and a little bit further south. This is really cool. So if you have a dog, there's an off-leash area of the beach that you can take your dog and let them off-leash. Really cool spot. You don't have, there aren't many options like that in the Seattle area where you can have your dog off leash, especially on the beach. So this is just one of them. Edmonds is a very dog friendly community, and yeah, that's a great spot to take the dog to, go down, play by the water. There's another park right here, the Marina Beach Park. This is nice for the kids, right on the sound here, playground set up, right by the marina. You can see the big, nice boats and everything that is down in the marina. And then right here, you have volleyball courts. So maybe you like volleyball. There's some beach volleyball options for you right here. So great spot for that. And then if we just go a little bit further up north, here's an Anthony's Homeport. This is a really great restaurant. So there's an Anthony's, and then there's also a beach cafe Anthony's here. So Anthony's is more of the kind of fancy pants dining, really nice, you need to kind of dress up a little bit and go and have a nice seafood dinner. Anthony's is great for that. Anthony's Beach Cafe, a little bit more laid back, kind of go in there with shorts and flip-flops, you'd be just fine, but really good fish and chips, really good burgers. Anthony's, man, I tell you, they have like some of the best burgers, which is weird because it's a seafood restaurant, but really, really great food, great atmosphere right on the port right here, water views. You can walk out on the docks and the marina and check out the boats. Really cool. If we go a little bit further north here, here's the Salish Sea Brewing. This is just one of the few breweries and tap houses that are in the area. But this one's really cool, really highly rated, dog friendly. So this is a great spot if you enjoy, having a couple beers and tasting what they have to offer. Arnie's, this is another great restaurant. Arnie's is really good. We usually do Arnie's for like special occasions on like brunches for like Mother's Day, stuff like that. This is a fabulous restaurant for that. But really great food right on the marina here. Views are incredible. So Arnie's kind of similar to like the Anthony's Homeport, but just a different variety of stuff there. But really good for like breakfast and stuff, like I was saying. And Anthony's doesn't really have the breakfast brunch menu like Arnie's does. But if we slide a little bit further northeast here, zoom in a little bit, Scratch Distillery. This place is super cool. So I'll try to pull up some pictures, but they have various different types of alcohol that's available. The distillery is really cool, just kind of fancy, modern, really great drinks. Just, you get to see the whole process go down right here. But Scratch Distillery is a great spot and just kind of has that cool vibe to it. It's a lot of fun to go there. Great spot if you like, tasting and sampling different, distilled spirits. Great spot for that. Like I was saying with the art, Cascadia Art Museum, that's right here. Very artistic in, the Edmonds community, just really is artistic and just shows, live events, art galleries. So if you like that thing, you're going to be, just fine in Edmonds. Here's the Amtrak station. This is where you can get on Amtrak. It's all throughout the whole continent of the, North America. You can go up to Canada, you can go down to California, over to the East Coast, but here's one of the stops. So pretty convenient location here, right downtown Edmonds, right on the waterfront. If we go next to that, this is a really good Thai restaurant. If you like Thai food, Thai by Day, this is a great spot. It's kind of funky. You got the brick walls, really, really good Thai food, highly rated. And then probably my favorite spot there's a few locations of this, Spud Fish and Chips. There's one in Green Lake. There's one in Kirkland. There's one here in Edmonds, but Spud's Fish and Chips are, oh my goodness, the best fish and chips you can have. Not cheap, it's definitely expensive. I mean, if you go in there with a family of 4, you're probably gonna drop like 80 or 90 bucks just to eat dinner, but it's phenomenal, really good fish and chips. So love that place, but again, not cheap. And then we go a little bit closer up here towards Main Street, lots of really good restaurants. So let me just show you here what we're working with. But Main Street runs all the way down here and then all the way down into the water. So this is the Edmonds ferry dock right here. But lots of restaurants line Main Street right there. We'll kind of get into those in a little bit here, but really cool part of town. I can't wait to kind of show you and get in here a little bit closer. But if we zoom in, here's the ferry dock. Like I said, Edmonds ferry dock is where you can hop on the ferry and go to actually Kingston, which let me back out a little bit here and show you where Kingston is. So just across the water, here's Kingston. Really cute little town. Kind of has a main street like Edmonds does. Lots of shops, restaurants, great pizza joint over there in Kingston. The West Side Pizza, one of my favorite spots, is in there over there in Kingston. So definitely worth checking out. But that's a great little trip. You know, it probably takes 20-30 minutes to get across to Edmonds, but you know, doing that on a nice sunny day with the family, it's great to ride the ferry, go have lunch over at Kingston, hang out for a little bit. There's a nice park over there. But yeah, really an enjoyable trip to hop on the ferry. But going back to Main Street here, here's Dimitri's. This is a really good place. It's like wood fire. A lot of their menu is, you know, kind of wood fire based, but really a great spot. Popular restaurant in Edmonds. Been there for quite a while. This place is really cool. If we go up Main Street, kind of away from the water a little bit, this place is called Charcoal. They cook everything on let me see if there's a, yeah, here they cook everything over charcoal and like briquettes, stuff like that. So a really cool place. Just a kind of a different vibe, different feel. Most restaurants you don't really see that. So that is a great spot for going and grabbing a nice dinner. But if we go up Main Street a little bit more, Chanterelle. This is a great brunch, breakfast spot right off of Main Street. Really good food, but you know, like I said, brunch and breakfast is what you're going to be looking at with this restaurant, but a really popular spot. Salt and Iron. This is another great location, kind of like a steakhouse, but it has also like specializes in like seafoods and stuff, oysters, like you can see here on the half shell. But really good steaks, really good seafood, but popular restaurant here off of Main Street. And then if we go a little bit further east, here's the Edmonds Theater. This place is pretty cool. It's like a little small one-room theater. They don't always have like the most recent of movies available, but you know, you can go there, see a movie, get popcorn, soda, and candy for like 15 bucks. It's like really cheap, kind of throwback prices, but just a cool experience, kind of a really cool spot to go and, you know, spend a Friday night or something and go watch a movie. But there's like this little roundabout here in off of Main Street. Let me kind of pull that up, but really just a cool part of town. You know, if you see, there's just little shops everywhere. Edmonds is very, they really get into their holidays, like Christmas time. They have like a tree lighting festival. They have all kinds of events for the holidays. During Halloween, all of the shops here along Main Street, they all decorate the shops, and they even have like a contest for who has the best decorated shop, and costume contest for the kids, who's got the best costume. So really just kind of like a small town, family centric town. And Edmonds is just a really great spot to raise a family. It's a lot of fun spots in Edmonds, and just it's a great spot. I love Edmonds. And then Market Edmonds. This is another seafood restaurant in Edmonds. Great spot. You can actually buy some of your local seafood there as well, or dine in. But Market Edmonds is great. Hey, we'll get back to the video in a quick second, but could you do me a quick favor? If you're receiving any kind of value from this video, would you mind taking half a second and hitting that like button right down below? It does a ton to help out the channel, and it lets me know that we're on the right track of delivering the right kind of content about Seattle and the surrounding areas that you're looking for. So thank you so much, and let's get back to the video. Okay, let's get into the neighborhoods in Edmonds and areas that you might want to be checking out while you're doing your research on what are the best places to live in Edmonds. And we'll start here at the Bowl of Edmonds. And this is probably one of the most popular neighborhoods in Edmonds. You know, it's really a great mix of single family homes, a lot of older historic homes, view homes of the sound, but there's also apartments, there's condos, townhomes, you know, really a good mix in this Bowl of Edmonds neighborhood. And you have all of these great dining establishments and, you know, things to do right here. So that's probably why it's the most popular destination, you know, neighborhood in Edmonds. It's just right there, very convenient. But yeah, that is a great part of town to live, is the Bowl of Edmonds. Okay, another neighborhood that you should know about is the Meadowdale neighborhood, and that's kind of just up here to the north of Edmonds. Okay, it's just kind of like this area up here. Meadowdale is really, you know, just residential, close to parks, but still close to kind of dining, restaurants, shops, stuff like that. Really good schools. But yeah, this is another popular part of Redmond's, less commercialized with the shops and stuff, but, you know, just more kind of quiet single family residents and parks, and, you know, just a great spot of Edmonds to live is Meadowdale. So if we slide a little bit further south, we come across the Westgate neighborhood, and that is just right here off of Edmonds Way. Edmonds Way kind of runs right through it, but a good mix of single family homes and townhomes in this neighborhood, but really a quiet part of town, you know, tree-lined streets, friendly neighbors, but you're, you know, really close to shopping. You know, you have QFC right here, a bunch of different little options for restaurants, little, you know, quick takeout spots. There's also a PCC. We'll get into grocery stores here in a minute. I'll show you where all the grocery stores are, but really a convenient part of town because, you know, like I said, it's kind of a quiet neighborhood, but you're still close to the amenities that you need, and just a great family-friendly neighborhood. Okay, right next to the Westgate neighborhood, we have Esperance, and that is just to the east of the Westgate neighborhood, kind of borders Edmonds Way here. But this is, you'll see a lot of larger homes on larger lots here. A lot of them are view homes, so really a nice part of town, large family homes, but you're still close to shopping and, you know, lots of parks in this area, this neighborhood. But yeah, really desirable, highly rated part of town, part of Edmonds to live in is this Esperance neighborhood. Okay, so if we head up a little bit north, kind of next to the Meadowdale neighborhood, is we have Seaview here, and that is, let me zoom in a little bit further here to show you. But yeah, Seaview is just kind of right here in this area, and just south of the Meadowdale neighborhood. But, you know, you'll see a good mix of single family homes, apartment living, really known for its easy access to the beach and to the downtown Edmonds area, but really nice part of town. You have parks, lots of parks within, you know, a couple minutes all throughout that neighborhood, but definitely one of the higher rated neighborhoods in Edmonds. Okay, now that we've talked about the neighborhoods in Edmonds, let me show you where you're going to do your grocery shopping if you're living in one of those neighborhoods in Edmonds, okay? So if we start off here, you'll notice this highway right here, Highway 99. You'll see a lot of stores right here. Now, if you've seen any of the other videos, Highway 99, not the most desirable part of town, so you got to kind of be careful when you're up in and around that area. Just you know, just a little bit higher crime rate in, you know, on Highway 99. So that's no surprise though. It's like that from south of Seattle up to north of Seattle in the Everett neighborhood. So just all the way along Highway 99, you just got to kind of, you know, just sort of has a bad reputation, I guess you could say. But lots of shopping centers there on 99. There's like a Safeway down here. This is a popular shopping destination, but lots of little marketplaces, other smaller stores along 99 here. like little markets, little delis, the Latino deli, Steinman's Grocery. So smaller grocery stores, smaller delis right here on 99. There's a Winco Foods, which is a larger, really large store. That's right there off of 99. Oh, not a grocery store, but here's there's a Swedish medical campus right here. So, you know, really, if you're in the medical industry, maybe in the healthcare industry, Swedish has a pretty big campus right there. But yeah, going back to the grocery stores here, you have another little 5-corner deli market right here, another little market. Up north, there's not a whole lot. So if you're in that kind of that Meadowdale, that Seaview, you know, you don't have a whole lot of options. You're gonna have to kind of travel down a little bit further south, or maybe even a little further east into Linwood. But there's a Trader Joe's right here. Everybody around here loves Trader Joe's, kind of that higher end specialty grocery store. But if we head down to so like this area here, with the Westgate neighborhood, I already talked to you about, you know, QFC. This is a popular shopping destination. PCC, kind of like that Trader Joe's, which is the higher end shopping specialty stores. But yeah, that's kind of, if you're in that Westgate neighborhood, the Esperance neighborhood, you'd probably be shopping there if you don't want to go over to, you know, Highway 99. And then as you go down into downtown Edmonds, not a whole lot of options. You know, there is a little Ace Hardware, which is kind of unique. You don't see many hardware stores partnered with grocery stores, but that's what you'll find here right in downtown Edmonds. So convenient, I guess, if you live down there, you don't have to travel up the hill to go to the other stores. So that would probably be a great option for you. But one thing I wanted to mention, and that kind of covers our grocery stores for that area, but while we were going through the downtown Edmonds area, I forgot to mention, if you are into like scuba diving, there is like an underwater park off of the Edmonds, off the ferry dock there, just to the north of it. It's like an underwater like sanctuary, but it's a very, very popular diving location. Like people come from like all over the world to dive there. It's a great spot. I don't know, I'm not into scuba diving. I've never done it before, but I do know that it's a very, very popular spot. You can go there and you see people scuba diving year round in this location. But so if you're into that sort of thing, Edmonds has got you covered, because there's a great underwater park there right by the ferry dock. All right, so there you have it. That kind of wraps up our broad overview of the city of Edmonds. Hope that tour was informative for you. But you know, Edmonds, one of my favorite suburbs of all of the suburbs in the Seattle area. It has that small town feel, a lot of community events, especially during the holidays, and just a ton of outdoor activities. The ferry, catch that over to Kingston. Just a great part of town to live in, and Edmonds is fantastic. And you know, if you're thinking about making a move to Seattle or one of the surrounding suburbs like Edmonds, and you want to be confident in your choice of areas you're moving to, give us a call. We're happy to have that conversation with you. You know, let's make sure your first choice is your best choice, and make sure you're not choosing an area that you're going to end up regretting down the road. So whether you're moving next week or next year, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, schedule a Zoom call. All of our contact information is in the description down below. We're happy to help you make that smooth move to Seattle. And until next time, we hope to show you around town. Take care. Bye.